Hey parents, we wanted to send out a parent update. We're going to be sending out a new parent update every week as all this is going on right now because we want to come alongside of you. We know that you guys are doing the best you can right now when it comes to raising your kids and raising your kids in the faith. And we want to help come alongside you and equip you and empower you to do that well. And so today we're going to have just 4 things here in this video that I think can be a huge help to you when it comes to having conversations with your kids about COVID-19. The reality is that everything is new right now. The world that we live in feels new. The strategies that we're going to have to use feel new. We're filming this video in my house, which is new. Everything is new. And so we want to help you guys in the midst of everything that you're doing. We don't want to add one more thing onto your plate. We want to help you do the things you're already doing well. And so, like I said, we've got some 4 quick things that we want to invite you into, ways to help have conversations with your kids about COVID-19 and everything that's going on right now. And so the first thing we want to invite you to do is acknowledge their feelings. Your kids have feelings about COVID-19, I promise that. And some of their feelings might seem small to you. You hear them complain about missing out on prom or missing out on graduation or missing out on whatever it is that they were looking forward to at school, and you look at the world around you and maybe even your own lives right now and you think, man, that is such a small complaint. Don't you realize how small that worry is, how small that thing is? But the reality is that those things are their entire world right now. They were their entire world before this. High school that is everything to them. And where they're at developmentally, their world matters. It's very difficult for them to see beyond themselves in a profound way. And so the loss of these moments, these milestones matter to them, and it's important for us to be able to have a conversation with them about what they're feeling and acknowledge their feelings. Inside, you can say to yourself, you know what, that's dumb. I would highly encourage you not to say it to them, though. I remember as a high school student in 2008, I was going to my sophomore year of high school when the economy began to crash in 2008. And I could not possibly wrap my mind around everything that was going on, but I was so frustrated by the fact that we didn't get to do the things we always wanted to do. That the things that we'd done in the past, we didn't get to keep doing, and it rocked my world. And in so many ways, now I can look back on it and think, man, it was so small-minded of me to be concerned about those things. But as a sophomore in high school, they were everything to me. And the same thing is true for your kids right now, for high school students right now. And so we want, when you have conversations with your kids about COVID-19, make sure you're asking and acknowledging their feelings. The second thing you can do is to encourage them to stay connected. Isolation is very hard on teenagers. Just developmentally, where they're at in life, it is very difficult to be isolated from people, especially from their peers. And right now, they feel isolated. I'm sure you feel isolated in a lot of ways too. And if you just think back to your high school experience, remember how important your friendships were to you in high school, your relational connections. And then imagine them taken from you like this. And so we want to encourage you, we want to equip you to have ways to encourage connection with your kids, with other peers. We know we all want to have family time all the time, take advantage of the quarantine to build our family relationships, but it's also important to encourage them to continue those connections with those outside of the family, with their peers. And one great way to do that is to have them be a part of The Rock on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. still. We're live on YouTube, on this channel, in fact. But there's also other things you can do. You can organize Zoom dinner dates for your kids. You can organize movie watch parties. There's all sorts of apps that make that happen. You can even let your kids play video games and not have the immediate response of you're wasting your time. But allowing them to find space, whatever it looks like, to build those relational connections still is going to matter. The third thing that we would encourage you to do is to shift their focus towards what they can control. Shift their focus away from the things that they can't control to the things that they can. Right now, they feel out of control of their lives. I think we all feel out of control in a lot of ways. But they feel it in all sorts of ways. And so we want to encourage you to give them some control. Now, you are still the parents. You still have the ultimate control in this scenario. But find some places that they can have control. Maybe it's just the way their room is organized or decorated. Maybe it's planning a big event that they want to have after all this is over. Maybe it's even allowing them to have control over what you have for dinner this week. Give them some control of things. Focus them in on things that they can have control over. So you can see their lives aren't spiraling out of control all around them, that there are real things that they have control over. And then the last thing we would encourage you to do is to emphasize the greater good. For teenagers, like we said before, it's very difficult sometimes to see the bigger picture, see everything going on in the broader world. And so it's important for us to continue to emphasize with students that what they're doing, what they're experiencing is part of something bigger than themselves. That this isn't just about them and where they're at, but something much larger taking place. And it's important to remind them that in the same vein of giving them control, that they can actually have an impact in the world right now. They're not out of control. They're not without being able to make a change in this world. In fact, they're having a huge impact by just staying at home. But they can even have a bigger impact. In fact, they can sacrifice. They can go a step further and support others in need. And a great way to do that is actually through our COVID-19 fund here at Beach Point, where we're feeding families, we're providing all sorts of services for people who can't go out, grocery shop, do the things they need to do, whether it's because of finances or health. And it would be a great way for them to be a part of the greater good would be to actually have a conversation with you, a sit-down conversation. You can sit down with your kids and say, hey, I think we should give some money to the COVID-19 fund, but I want us as a family to think about what we're going to give up to make that a reality. Rather than just saying, hey, we're going to give $20 to the COVID-19 fund, asking that your kids would actually sacrifice to make that a reality. Asking that your kids would, hey, instead of getting this one food that you like, what if we give that up this week and we put that money towards the COVID-19 fund? Emphasize the greater good for your kids, the way that they can have an impact in the world around them still. And there's going to be some information about how you can give to the fund down below in this email. We want to come alongside you as parents. You guys are doing hard work as parents right now. And we want to help you. So if there's anything we can do to help you guys in this season, whether it's you need support right now, you need ideas right now, you need financial support, you need someone to bring you guys groceries, please let us know. Please do not hesitate. We are here to help you. We've said for a long time, right, we stole it from Home Depot, but we believe that you guys are the primary spiritual caregivers for your kids. You are the primary people discipling your kids. And that is true right now more than ever. And we believe that you can do it and we can help. And so please let us know how we can help you in this season. Thanks, guys.